Welcome to Beans and Breakdowns, a podcast dedicated to bridging the gap between specialty coffee and the heavy music community. On this episode, I'm joined by John Edwards, who runs sound for a number of bands like Terror and Undeath, and we have a special appearance from Nolan from Vatican and Agonize. So grab a fresh cup of coffee and wake the fuck up! What's going on, caffeinated crew? Today I'm joined by John. He does front of house for a bunch of bands like Pain of Truth and like Terror and like Fleshwater and like Undeath and who else? That's a good Fiddlehead. That's
at
a good
times. Mind Force.
Some FYA stuff. Anyway, how are you doing?
Great. Thanks for having me. It's the first podcast I've ever done.
How does it feel?
Crazy.
It's like a bucket list moment for me doing people's first podcast. I've had 3 people in the past 2 weeks doing first podcasts. So
damn, that
either means
crazy.
that I'm the
busy man,
the amateur bush league fucking podcaster, or
I don't know.
Like I'm the label that you get on before you get onto the big label.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I'm that sound guy. So
that is not what you are. You're the man that Scott calls on.
He does call at me.
Mr. DJ.
At me, on me.
DJ Soundman.
Yeah.
Well, cool. We're here at Origin.
Origin Coffee.
We're in the flesh.
Yeah.
I've been looking forward to coming here, but let's talk about you. What do you have here? What is this?
This is the holiday berry tea. It's got a bunch of shit I can't read.
It's got like notes of
honey and something
of berry and
it's
holiday
right.
spirit and the Grinch.
There's some Grinch in here somewhere.
Taste the Grinch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited because Origin opened here. Like, it started as a coffee cart, and then they opened a location.
I think I remember this.
Yeah. And then they moved here a few years ago, or like a year or so ago, started roasting. They're doing a lot of cool shit. It looks like what I like to do, which is, well, first they had black bags with like that. It was the whole bag, like black with white writing, which appeals to my Scandinavian forward coffee drinking mindset.
Word.
But they switched it up for the Southern charm, so now it's all classy and shit. But I have their Leticia Lopez Honduras red honey processed pomegranate. Is that how you spell pomegranate? I think that is a typo because it's pomegranate.
Yeah, I think that's wrong.
Pomegranate, cherry, and manuka honey, which I have no idea what that is. It's honey. But yeah, it's a nice little pour over.
Hell yeah. I don't know shit about any of that.
It's okay.
But it smells good.
Any shop that does pour overs in 2024 year of our Lord, put some respect.
Hell yeah.
When we were trying to lock down a location, we ran into a hiccup because Mr. John doesn't drink coffee and also
coffee or an alcohol
doesn't
guy.
drink beer.
Yeah.
Should have gone to a weed store and fucking...
Hey. I like that idea.
Just do it at my brother's apartment.
Yeah, let's go.
Fucking smells like weed in there. Well, cheers.
Yeah, man. So what's your band up to?
No, don't. You're not. You're not.
I want to know what your band's up to.
I'm you. This is it.
What's your band up to?
No, we're not doing.
Cool show. What's up?
I can't fucking tell you any of this. But yeah, we just play with Death Threat.
That's a bucket list thing for a lot of people.
It was for me.
I've mixed Death Threat being covered by Terror about 150 times.
And now they're back.
Yeah, now they're back, so it's a little weird, I think.
If they're active, can Terror still cover it?
I don't know. I mean, Terror recorded it, and it's on a record. It's like a B-side. So
yeah, well, so did the Demonstration of Power.
Same song?
Disgrace?
No, it's Dead at Birth.
They do Dead at Birth.
Yeah.
There's a band from Quebec that does a Dead at Birth cover, but they can't pronounce it correctly, so they call it Death at Birth.
That's honestly awesome.
What's your favorite thing from Quebec?
Oh, dude. Honestly, leaving. Nah, Canada's just always a big... headache.
The confusing bits when you're like, I don't speak French.
I kind of like that. That's like one of my favorite parts about what I do, is that I don't understand anyone and no one can talk to me and they all have to leave me alone.
You mean you don't speak Japanese?
Yeah, or Vietnamese or Singaporean.
Is that what that is? Tagalong? It's not Tagalong. Tagalong's from Indonesia. No, it's from Philippines. My bad. Shows you how much I know.
Yeah, I don't know. China. Yeah, I don't know. Going to all these places is cool, but like the best part is like figuring out how to communicate with the people when you can't talk to them.
What's sick is when you're at front of house and somebody wants to complain, but you don't know what they're saying.
Yeah, or like, honestly, I really enjoy when people complain at front of house. Like, it's sometimes even to the fault, like sometimes to the detriment of the band even. Because like, if someone's like, hey, I can't hear whatever, then I'll just make that problem worse if I can. Or like, hey, the bass is too loud, and I'm like,
more 100.
I'm like, oh, so you mean this?
Oh, you like that?
Yeah.
You just turn it up.
Or when people are really drunk and they yell about my like pop music or my like yacht rock that I play before a phobophilic set in Germany. That's a scary venue and a scary band and a scary crowd, but I'm playing Charlie XCX or I'm playing Steely Dan, and the guys are drunk and they're yelling, "We're here for metal, play fucking metal," or that in their equivalent language.
Why would you want to hear metal in between metal songs?
That's what I'm saying, man. Give me a break, dude. Let me breathe a little bit.
I can't fucking do it.
Yeah. When I leave the show, when we're in the van, somebody we were just speaking about on a tour I did a little while ago was a culprit, a bad offender of this. When you're in the van after the show on tour and you leave the show, you don't want to hear a bunch of fucking dying fetus or something. Like, you want to chill, right? When it's 3 a.m. and you're driving in the back of the van and you've been awake all day, you don't want fucking whatever agnostic front blasting in your ears from all the speakers, right? Or from somebody's phone in the van. That's not cool.
Who does that?
I don't want to say.
Is it Scott?
No.
I don't know. I just listen to Dying Fetus all the time.
I mean, yeah, if you're like not trying to go to sleep, you know? If you're trying to drive, I get it. Up front, it's all good.
Hey, listen, dude, we can't all be cushy like you guys with the bandwagon.
Dude, I miss the bandwagon.
You can't have a bandwagon. You know, some of us have to fucking drive.
I just did, the last tour I did ended up in an RV, which was almost cool.
Kind of based.
It was cool, but the tour started in one van, had mechanical issues, went to another van, had catastrophic mechanical issues, rented a van. That third van the situation was weird, so we ended up in an RV.
Sounded like Dying Wish.
Dying Wish is in a bandwagon now.
Now?
Yeah.
But they killed like 3 vans.
Yeah. Luckily, they're in a place which I'm all about this. I love Dying Wish. Shout out John Mackey. Yeah, they're in a place now where they're riding nice. It's awesome. I just hung out with them last weekend.
I can't wait. They're coming through Montreal like in February, I believe.
Who's that with? Are they alone?
No.
Wait. They just announced that big tour with whatever.
Counterparts? Is Counterparts Pain of Truth?
Counterparts is the Pain of Truth tour. It's
I know what it is. It's a metalcore tour.
The big band, yeah. It's a big, ridiculous metalcore tour with that. It starts with an S, right?
Isn't it fucked up that we're naming the tours by the support that because we don't give a shit about the headliner? I don't care. I don't mean that because I would talk to people from Counterparts if they want to come on this podcast. But
it's not that I don't give a shit. Hire me, y'all.
Kyle Brownlee, I'm speaking to you. Come on this podcast.
Spirit Box. It's this one.
Oh, I'm not paying.
Spirit Box, Loathe, Dying Wish, and Gel.
So John Mackey, go ahead and save a place for little old me on that guest list because I will not be paying $70 to come to that show. April 21st
at M. Tellis. Big room, 2,700 cap. Did that show.
That is a 2,700 cap venue.
Dope venue. Sounds fucking awesome.
So good, dude. That's probably the best sounding venue for metal in Montreal. I saw Black Dahlia Murder there. I saw Dying Fetus.
I did that Dahlia show.
With Phobophilic.
with terror and phobophilic.
That's right.
Terror, phobophilic, and fuming mouth. Fuming mouth.
You mixed female too. That makes sense.
I did all the support. That's kind of my thing usually.
You just
cool,
do all the support.
But it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate house guys. House sound guys fucking suck always.
Montreal's plagued with like really.
Not always.
No, they're plagued with like really stuck up front of house guys. So like I mixed Eric Lapointe, and we're like, boss, I have no idea who that is.
Yeah. What's that place I just did that we hung out at?
Foofs.
Yes. Honestly, awesome venue, awesome show, but the stage is like the same height as
your head.
Yeah, it's crazy.
How was the house guy at that show?
I remember it being fine.
Because
His name was Danny.
There's a couple of guys over there.
Long hair, whatever.
Phil was the guy that I just dealt
Maybe
with.
Phil.
I don't think it was Phil. I think it was the younger guy with the long hair.
This guy's a little older. I want to say he had like going on.
Yeah, that's normal.
Maybe, I don't know. But I remember it being cool.
There's some guys over there that cannot mix their ass from their elbow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's a lot of that. Which honestly, like, I'm that sometimes, you know? Everyone, we're all that sometimes.
You got an off day, you know what I mean? Sometimes you got to mix on an Avantis with the slowest DSP of any console.
Honestly, I don't hate that either.
Alan, he kind of took an L on that console, I'm not going to lie.
So there's a spot in Florida that has one, the Beecham in Orlando. You share head amps with the stage box, which is annoying, always, with the monitor person.
You share head ass with the...
Head ass.
I hate
when
that
I have to share head ass.
I hate sharing head amps. So you only get digital trim.
Well, it depends. You pick.
That's fucked.
I'll agree to it if I get gain and the monitor guy gets trim, or monitor person gets trim. But if I have to be the slave console, I'm not down.
But this is the issue: is that they're using the same head amps for monitors.
Yeah.
And you're doing in-ears.
Yeah.
Then your gain has to be at monitors.
The situation there would be we use any empty channels as doubled inputs for the ears.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So the processing is separate. You know what I mean?
This is so nerdy.
Yeah, whatever.
But it's fine.
Yeah. This is my life,
You're
dude.
gonna be like, head amp, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Digital trim.
Let's go. Yeah, so I'm on the SQ rig.
Yeah.
And it's cool.
With the waves.
I have like a DIY waves rig that I built that's mostly awesome when it works.
When the computer doesn't melt down.
Well, it doesn't do that on its own. You have to be at a venue that doesn't just snatch your power out of the wall in the middle of breaking things down before you turn anything off, therefore crashing your drive in your host computer.
Shout out Houston.
Shout out Houston, dude. Fuck that piece of shit show and that
what band? What venue were you at?
Honestly, I don't remember the venue. They don't usually do shows. It was a plywood stage behind a DIY space. The space was awesome, and yes, the space was awesome. Like the building. Yeah. There was another show inside.
Okay.
Our show suffered because of that.
Damn.
Tons of people at our show. Turnout was awesome, but all the house resources went to the show inside. So I ended up, they were like, I have 9 XLR cables. I'm like, well, we have 27 channels. You got to go to the store.
You're going to have to hire somebody.
So at doors, the house person literally had to go to Guitar Center and buy 15 XLR cables. And I was like, if you want the show to happen, do that. Otherwise, I'm running with 8 cables here, which covers, kick and vocals.
Kick and vocals.
You know?
With 8 channels?
Yeah, well.
Three
maybe
kick
a little
mics.
more, but
three
yeah.
kick mics.
Yeah. So, whatever. And that turned into a whole big dramatic thing with the promoter. Like, the venue is awesome. The girl that did front of house was cool, but the promoter just dropped the ball on a lot of stuff there.
So,
including his phone call to me.
This was on the Undeath.
Undeath headliner. The U.S., the North American leg of the Undeath headliner. Cruelty,
Undeath.
Gates to Hell, Tribal Gaze.
What was the first one?
Cruelty,
yeah,
Gates to Hell, and Tribal Gaze.
Tribal Gaze, that was it.
Yeah, they're another band. They're from Houston.
Dallas. Yeah, I missed their sets, but I came in for
That
Gates
is a
to
good
Hell.
band.
That is a very good band.
Drummer is
punishing, dude.
Insane.
The way that he writes.
I mean, everyone in the band is.
Well, no, but the way that he writes specifically for what they're doing, I feel like is extremely creative and kind of outside of that typical Texas death metal He writes a lot more of like a deathcore vibe.
Yeah.
Which appeals to
he puts in like kind of like draggy, laggy fills and stuff.
Like blast
and
beats.
It's but yeah, he puts in like there's a lot of technical drum stuff that a lot of bands just aren't aware of or don't care or whatever.
I saw them open for Creeping Death. It was like a Creeping Death, 200 Stab Wounds.
Good show.
Tribal Gaze, and Vomit Forth.
Vomit Forth. Shout out
Vomit
Nolan.
Forth
Shout out
second.
Tom Riffs.
Second. They played.
Yeah.
But Tribal Gaze was the opening, and I feel like they had the best set on the whole tour.
Hell yeah.
So
Tribal Gaze is a fucking awesome band. They kind of got fucked on they only did half the leg. So they did like 13 shows, I think. Being the first band, the first few days, we had the house engineer doing them. And that was their choice, and we, whatever. And I just told them, I'm around for any catastrophes, and then I ended up actually making it to where the deal was the house guy will mix you, but I'm going to make them a scene and make them use my rig and make it kind of foolproof.
Yeah.
And it's going to be your scene that I made for you one night. So it's kind of just going to be a unmute and you're good situation.
You're just driving.
Pretty much, yeah. He's just driving the boat while I go outside and get stoned. But and it worked out fine most nights. The only issues we ever had were house issues with things out of our control, which is always going to happen.
Wasn't Torture supposed to be on that tour?
Yeah. They were supposed to replace Tribal Gaze.
Yeah, and then they don't have passports.
It's not even that. That wasn't even. I don't think that was even the issue.
They were supposed to play a fest with us in September, and they couldn't do it because
no passports.
No passports.
That's awesome. I mean, honestly, like whatever, dude. They're a band. They're just gonna play their music, and they don't care about anything else, and that's cool.
Yeah.
They just like for whatever reason they had to bail. So, it's whatever. It was cool. The tour was cool. Most of the shows had really good turnouts. Some of them weren't like insane, but they were all fun. So,
yeah, I was kind of looking forward to seeing that live. Have you seen that live?
What?
Torture?
Night. Yeah, I did actually. I saw them at Sound and Fury. They are good. I don't know. It's not really my vibe.
I'm not gonna
100%. No, it's okay. It's not really my vibe 100%, but it's like watching people go off to them is very cool.
It's very fun.
It's so cool, yeah.
I listened to a lot of that style of music when I was in high school.
Yeah.
And so
I mean, it's awesome.
It's interesting to see.
He gets overly into it sometimes, which I'm sure is on purpose and is awesome. And his voice will like crack.
Yeah.
And he kind of squeals a little bit. It's awesome when he's like, whatever, doing his thing.
So I was like, I do kind of want to see it. Like, I don't go out of my way to like. I've listened to Enduring. What's it called? Enduring something. The thing with the people and the soldiers in the fucking helicopter, because they've got like 16 albums out. But,
right.
I was like, oh, this is pretty heavy. This is cool. I'd like to see what happens live, like if it's as insane. Yeah,
it's pretty crazy. I mean, seeing it at Sound and Fury was a pretty good place to see it for me.
Yeah.
And that festival is set up with two stages next to each other, and I was on the far side of the opposite stage, so I was as far away as you could be, and every person where I was even standing was moving.
That's crazy.
It was like 4,000 people that were just like pushing each other, which is pretty crazy.
Dude, world's biggest push pit. World's biggest push pit.
Yeah, it may have been a record for that. I don't know. The Sea Space Cowboy one was pretty crazy. I mean, that's a hometown show for them, so
that's true.
It kind of popped off.
I've only seen them. Oh no, I've seen them twice.
Sea Space Cowboy.
Once before the pandemic, and then the second time was like one of the first shows back after the COVID shit.
Yeah.
And I was in a band that opened the show here.
Oh,
it was like
here.
Yeah, and it was like 100 people. It was them, Foreign Hands, and Omerta.
Wow, that's awesome.
That was a good bill.
Yeah.
Omerta is sick.
Yeah, we just hung out with them on the tour I just did with Cowboy.
In Houston.
No, they were on tour. It wasn't in Houston. Because I went back to Houston on that tour also.
Yeah, you love it.
Yeah. Honestly, I usually do love it. On that Undeath day, I did not love it.
It's good food.
Fucking amazing food. Pinkerton's. Shout out Pinkerton's Barbecue, dude. Best on the whole fucking planet.
They just bad hands.
You ever been to Pinkerton's?
No. But my wife grew up in Houston.
You got to go to Pinkerton's.
All right.
It's in San Antonio also.
I
Only
love
those
San
two
Antonio.
places. Yeah, same. Shout out Vibes Event Center.
Straight up margaritas were like invented in fucking San Antonio.
Oh, really?
I don't know. The best one I ever had is in San Antonio.
Nice.
And I've been to Mexico.
Hell yeah. I've never been to Mexico.
You need to go to Mexico.
I've been all over Europe a lot. Asia a few times. Australia 3 times. Never been to South America. Never been to Mexico. Never been anywhere south of the U.S.
But you've been to south of the border.
Oh, I've been to south of the border. I've slept at south of the border. I've birthed myself in the sunrise of that place. Straight up.
You hear the eagle like...
What's the little guy's name?
Pedro.
Pedro. Yeah, me and Pedro, we hung out.
You and Pedro
chilling.
blitzed it.
You know?
Did you ride that roller coaster shit that they
No,
got over
that shit
there?
was fucking death trap,
It's
dude.
janky.
I ain't doing that.
Did you buy fireworks at south of the border?
We did it. No, we didn't buy fireworks. We bought them earlier.
At Phantom Fireworks.
Yeah, I think we may have lit them at south of the border.
Did you sticker some random unsuspecting person's car? 'Cause that's-
we stickered like where the Ferris wheel thing is.
Yeah.
There's a bathroom next to it. This was with Yashira. Shout out Yashira. Shout out Seth Howard.
That was with Yashira?
Yes, sir.
Damn. That was a while ago.
Almost 10 years. 2015?
Last time I saw them was here with
16?
Code Orange.
Yeah, at the Dollhouse.
2016.
Did that show. Fuck yeah.
How long have you been mixing?
I didn't mix then.
That's what I thought.
Well, I mixed every now and then when it was like a catastrophic house guy, and I would be like, fuck you, get out of the way, I can figure it out. But I was horrible. It was a train wreck. I've only been mixing like consciously aware that I know what is going on.
Yeah.
I think my first stagehand gig with Capital A was in 2015.
Oh, so we had crossover.
2015 or... Yeah, 15. Yeah, it was Pirate Fest. I was out there as a hand. I had no idea what I was doing. I showed up, and there was just big trucks, and they were like, there's shit in that, take it out. And I was like, cool, I got you. So I just jumped in and did it, and I was on that gig with Brad Gibson. I was on that gig with Dino.
Zach?
You fuck with Dino?
Why do I know Dino?
Donald Oliver.
I don't think I know
Fucking
him.
OG front of house dude. He's he did monitors and backline for Allman Brothers for a long time.
Oh.
Front of house all over the place.
Did he do what was the one that was over here off of Bay? You remember that?
Oh, that venue?
Yeah. That
Nah, he wasn't
fucking
involved with that
whack-ass
place.
venue.
Yeah, that place was whack. Nah, this guy is just a legendary old dude. You know, I see him every now and then. I did a New Year's Eve gig 7 or 8 years ago on a rooftop somewhere downtown, and he randomly showed up.
That's funny.
It was awesome. He just showed up, hung out in front of the house, and just jammed out with me. It was cool.
Dude, we were competitors.
Hell yeah.
Stage front versus fucking Cap A.
Dude, fuck stage front.
Straight up fuck stage front. I'll tell you.
What's
look
up,
what we got
ugly?
here. Holy shit.
I can't even see your head.
You don't drink coffee neither?
Oh, no, I do. Am I in now?
Huh?
Now you're in.
Oh, yeah.
You're
Wait.
locked in.
Yeah, you're in.
Nolan.
Yeah, typically I get the espresso tonic here,
But why?
which it's like changed me.
Yeah, well,
Have
why
you-
didn't you get it?
Oh, because I had coffee earlier. So I was like, I need
What is
something
that
a little
thing?
lighter. This is like tea with sparkling soda or something. Give it
Gimme.
a sip.
So like a tea tonic.
What did he get?
He got
Tea?
holiday berry tea.
Okay, I got the same thing as you.
Wait, I think your level is a little because you're
different than mine.
you're holding.
Hello,
Oh,
hello.
it's just
Yeah,
the
there you go.
sparkling version. I was like,
you didn't get the sparkling in there?
I didn't know that was an option.
What have you guys been discussing?
Just like nerd shit.
Oh, well, let's go.
Like, he was talking about his favorite anime.
Do you like anime? Oh, wait, what were you watching?
This boy.
Who?
Huh?
What is that?
I'm just fucking. I'm just kidding. Cause
He said, who?
Who?
What is that?
yo, shout out Restricted VR. We got Nolan from
Yeah.
What did you get?
from Vatican and fucking Agonize and fucking Coastlines and like
Oh, no.
was Kingdoms Divided? Were you in that band?
Yes.
Kingdoms
Yeah.
divided.
That metalcore like crazy
Yeah.
fucking.
We wanted to be a Christian metalcore band out
I
of
was
high
there.
school.
I remember that shit. Yeah.
Because I was going to youth group for whatever reason. And then...
It was because you loved Emery and Under Oath.
Well, no. I was telling somebody this the other day where it was actually a thing where Christian metalcore bands shredded so well that I was on, like, at 17, 18, I was like, oh, the only way you can be good is I have to believe in God.
It's true.
So then I was like, I'll try that for a little bit.
It's called anointing.
And then I didn't get any better.
Things are possible.
Dude.
Isn't that the thing?
Philippians 4:13.
That's fucking
ain't no
kooks
fucking
believe.
joke.
It didn't work out in my
for
favor.
me.
Philippians,
it worked for me.
It truly did.
Dude,
Philippians
Arise the
3:14.
Atlantic. You don't even know about that. That was before
I
your
do know
time.
about that.
No.
Yes, I do. Ryan Lawhon.
You weren't even there.
James Watson.
James Watson is why you know it.
Yeah.
Timothy.
I did see you guys before.
Shout
With
out
Sweet
Timothy.
Melissa's?
Yeah.
Was it with Close Your Eyes?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. So what should we ask him?
He's asking me about
Like sound stuff.
how cool it is to
Well,
be
because like, so you work for Cape.
me.
I did.
You did work.
Yeah.
I worked for Stagefront exclusively.
Fun.
I did 2 gigs with Cape actually. I did one out at that Low Country Christian Church or whatever. They do like some kind of like outdoor homecoming service or something.
I don't know.
All I know is that I did that with him, and I had to
I've
like
done, like, a
deploy the
million
Rankus
churches.
Hines rig. So this was like years ago.
Oh, the Ringus Hines.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I fucked with that big heavy bitch.
Who?
It was a good sound of PA.
The Ringus Hines? It was not a
Oh,
good sound.
yeah.
Yeah, that
It
shit
was a good sound of PA.
shot.
That's
It was
all just
insane.
But with the proper front end.
Well, because
it
he was
could
running
rock.
a Dolby Lake through it.
Yeah, he ran the lake. He had 2 LM22s or 26s with the Rinkus Hines tops and the JBL SRX subs.
Yeah, it was the SRX subs.
Dude, I did. This is funny, but I did Puddle of Mud on that rig. I did Filter on that rig. I did. What was the other bands that
You
played
did
that?
Filter?
Yeah. What was that other? What
That's
was
cool.
that big show? That Rock 1061 like 35th anniversary concert
have
like
no
5
idea.
years ago.
Ice Cube.
It was Puddle of Mud, Filter. Everclear was supposed to play and they dropped, which I was bummed.
Was live? Did live play?
No, Sponge
I don't know who that is.
or something like that, and then one of the other.
Sponge.
What's that? Whatever. I don't know. That rig rocked. Pro 2?
No, I thought it was the SC48 he was running.
Nah.
When I was there, it was the SC48.
He did have an SC48 and an M7 rig. So M7
M7s
was for
can-
monitors.
M7s can kiss my ass.
Honestly, if it's not fucked up, it's kind of awesome, dude. Shout out First Unitarian Church in Philly, dude. They got
Okay,
an
but how
M7.
often is that console not completely fucked up?
Honestly,
I like-
the one in the First Unitarian has fucked up faders, but besides the faders that are fucked up,
I like the orange
The channels that are
Iceberg
good are sick.
37. I don't know if
shut
you.
the fuck up.
Let me get that hat. Give me that hat.
So Brad sold the SC48 and the M7 probably in 2017, but he brought the Pro 2s in 2015, I think. And those were the 2 main workhorses, and the M7 and SC48 were gone. Now he has 2 more SC48s he bought from the church.
Uh-huh.
So they're full of plugins, they're full of extra RAM and shit. The processor are upgraded.
Wait, he bought them from a church?
Yeah, he bought them from the big fucking
Savannah
mega
Christian?
the mega psycho one, whatever. The
Savannah
one,
Christian or
Compassion.
Compassion.
maybe.
Yeah, I'm an OG, so I knew it
You
as
know
Savannah
Alan?
Christian. Huh?
You know Alan?
No, I knew the guy before him.
You know Alan.
I won't speak
There's
on
this
it.
dude Alan that works there, that works with Capital A a lot now. He works at one of those big ass Christian churches. I don't remember what it is.
I was working at a 25,000 member church at in Charleston,
That sounds
My God.
insane.
working on the Pro 2s.
Let's go, dude.
My God.
Pro 2 does it, dude.
Dude, they were paying me so much money, it was crazy.
Yeah, I believe it.
Dude, is that your brother?
Yeah, it's my brother.
I was gonna say. I was like.
He lives here.
I was like, that's either your brother or it's a guy that looks exactly like.
You know
your
him,
brother.
though.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in like a decade.
Yeah, he's looking for a band.
Really?
Yeah, he shreds, dude.
What the? I thought that was him. I was gonna say.
Dude, he
what's
has a
up when
rig.
I
He
came
plays
in.
a 5150 and
the gold standard.
I don't know what else he has. Anyway.
That's
Anybody,
crazy.
You mean he doesn't have a quad cortex?
a band, hit my brother up.
I'm trying to hear through the microphone.
What's crazy is this music is so loud for a coffee shop that it's kind of hurting my brain.
Yeah.
Usually it's a little better than this.
And it's like Boy Genius.
Depends on the day.
What
Yeah.
is this?
I don't know.
Why can't they just play Coulter Wall like
I just-
everywhere else?
I just hear melody and it sounds like Christmas, so I can't
Coulter
tell.
Wall.
It could be Christian music or it could be worshiping the devil. I have
Sometimes
no
it's either
idea.
or here.
No
Same
idea,
thing, dude.
Did you
Same
tell him
thing.
about Japan? Did you tell him about how much fun you had?
Yeah, we were about to ask. We're about to talk about Japan.
is the best place ever. And if they had one little green plant it would be the place that I live.
Can I ask you a legitimate question?
What up?
Is Japan actually the best place you've ever been, or is this something where like when you land, they just take you into a room and they like fucking force indoctrinate you to tell everyone that Japan?
That's in the other Asian countries. No, Japan is literally like you land and every person is so nice to you and whatever.
Do you buy a pair of Jenkos?
I did not buy Jenkos. I almost bought Iron Hearts, but then chose to pay my rent instead.
You almost bought who?
Iron Heart pants.
Is that jeans?
Yeah.
Japanese denim?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Dude, it'll last your whole life. You heard what Daniel Caesar said? He's like, my blue jeans.
He made a song about them.
He did. He was talking about...
You talking about Lionhearts?
He's talking about... yeah, I think it was
Something like
Lionhearts.
He's probably talking about Lionhearts or double RLs, baby.
Some Sauvage jeans.
I'm not on the inside like that, so I don't know.
Salvage. Sorry, Salvage. I got my French on. I don't know what this is.
Hell yeah.
Also, everybody in Savannah keeps calling those chocolate croissants pain au chocolat, and we don't live in France.
I don't know what that is.
It's like
I've
a
never even
little
heard that.
rolled up croissant with like
You've been
chocolate
to Europe.
in it.
You've never bought a chocolate croissant
It's a chocolate croissant.
at like a
It's
fucking
like
servo
a-
station and then be like, they're like, the fuck you at what?
They're
And it's like,
everywhere.
oh,
dude.
pain
They're
au chocolat.
everywhere.
And they're like, oh, that.
I just go like this.
They got them up there. Go do that.
I say, I point and thumbs up.
I do be doing the point and thumbs up
I
a
did
lot.
that. Point thumbs up.
And then we smile at each other and nod. And we're like, ah.
What's crazy is last time I went to Denmark, I was trying to speak some Danish, and it did not work.
Are you still in Canada?
A lot of people speak English there, though.
I'm just visiting family.
Are you in Toronto?
No,
Or where were you?
fuck
Montreal?
Toronto, dude. Montreal's the best city.
Isn't that French
Toronto's
Canada?
just
Yeah,
like
it
New
is.
York.
Oh, shit.
I do speak French, though. I speak, like, a lot of French.
Just
Let's
kidding.
hear it.
No.
Oh.
I only speak coffee French because I work at a cafe.
I was just up there and it was frigid cold and I
No, you
hated
weren't.
it. I was.
With who?
Oh, yeah, he's in Vomit Fourth now.
Vomit fourth.
What the fuck, dude?
I just said that.
Why y'all never be remembering that I live there?
Well, I didn't go to Montreal.
Oh, okay.
I went to
That's right, you played-
Ottawa
yeah.
and
With no cure.
yeah,
Yeah.
Ottawa and something.
It was Ottawa and Kingston.
Kingston.
The two worst cities, and I will go on record.
It
Everybody
sucked.
listening, this is this. Those are the worst two cities in Canada.
Kingston.
Kingston.
Kingston, Jamaica,
Bumbaclad.
Bomba Rosfug. I was literally stopped through Kingston recently, and you know they have like mad restaurants, right?
Yeah.
Like a shit ton of restaurants, and it's a college town. But guess what? They don't have a fucking music scene.
Wait, dude, we went to the coffee spot we went to was literally called Balzac.
Oh yeah, Balzac.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that sucks.
And I was like, I tried to make a joke to somebody. Oh, it was like the place we went to eat that day. I was like, yeah, we had coffee at Balzac's. Isn't that crazy?
And they're like, oh yeah, I love Balzac.
yeah, she just didn't even think twice about it, so it wasn't fun.
My friend works for the burger joint that's run by the brewery in Kingston, the Sean Kingston Brewing.
That is fucking crazy.
It can't be real.
No, it's Kingston Brewing Company.
I was gonna say there's no way that's real.
Well, imagine if it was.
I would have gone to it.
Kingston Burger Co. is where he works, though. They make smash burgers, and they're fucking mad decent.
Dude, the pizza. What's the Matty Matheson pizza
you so
spot?
itchy
Maker.
for?
He doesn't own it anymore. It's good, though.
That makes sense.
What you so itchy for?
7.5.
Itchy.
Hey, you keep itching your belly.
Yeah, what were you
I'm not
doing?
itching my belly. I was
You know you're
fixing
not
my
at
pants.
home, right? Like, this
I
is a
lost all
coffee
my,
shop.
look, I lost all my fucking weight, so now my pants are too big.
His
I
pants
gotta be
keep falling
adjusting my
down.
bulge so I don't look like I got a bone
What are
pound
you
in
doing?
here.
There's women here.
I don't give a fuck.
Chill, dude.
Nobody around here. Ain't no women around.
Oh my
There
God.
there is one woman and she is
My
so far
wife is
away.
over there. If she sees you doing
She's
that and she
outside.
tells me about it, I'm going to come beat you
I'm
up.
gonna keep
Your
nervously
wife is not-
sipping the tea, and it's gonna get me jittery. And
Should've
I'm gonna
got
get more
coffee.
nervous.
I feel
Like a real
jittery
man.
now.
I might get more jittery. I was trying to
Shouldn't have
hang
smoked
back
that
a little
thing
bit.
earlier, boy. Now I'm going up and down.
Yeah. I can tell. You've loosened way up.
We gotta get some food in you.
All right.
I want to go to Rancho Alegre.
How long y'all been talking for? Before
Like
I came in?
30 minutes?
Oh, okay, true.
35 minutes.
Been
So
having
when's
fun?
Coastline's going to reunite? You on bass? Fuck
Nope.
Mackie. You on
Fuck
bass?
Maggie.
He was never in Coastlines anyway.
Yeah, we would never subject him to that
Wesley
embarrassment.
would have
anyways.
to clear his
He's too
criminal
pure of a soul.
record.
No, get Hosian back on.
Oh,
Yeah, Hosey and the
Josh
classic,
G is
the
deep
classic
in
Wesley
EDM.
replacement.
Is he really?
yeah, he's like a EDM head now.
You think he's gonna? Because he whenever I had you on for an episode,
He's an EDM
he
head.
messaged me and
Actually.
said he was like, "That podcast is dope. Keep doing it."
Yeah,
But I haven't heard shit from him in the past 4
yeah,
years.
I check in with him sometimes just to see what's up. Him and KJ both moved to Orlando,
Oh.
and then I feel like if you go there, you just become an EDM head. Because
That's
both of-
tragic.
Not together. No, it's two separate cases.
Good for KJ.
They're both like deep in it now. It's weird.
Well, that's like
Crazy.
everyone here is just pretending that they live in Austin, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Asheville,
Seems
whatever
that way,
makes
dude.
the most sense to them.
I don't know. It's kind of whack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, y'all are the first people that I've talked to since I moved here that, like, don't think that Savannah is the greatest fucking place to live.
No, it kind of sucks now.
Savannah is great when you are on tour 300 days a year.
Yeah, then you come home
This is
for
hella cheap.
Yeah. It's
Well-
fucking awesome.
ish.
Well, if you live in town, it's not cheap.
Yeah.
You still live over on, like,
I mean,
31st and all that?
My place in Pooler is literally more than double my rent in town.
Shit. But you get like a house in the yard.
I went from a 2-bedroom house downtown to a 3-bedroom house with a 2-car garage and a big yard and a lake behind it and shit. Like, it's nice. It's a lot nicer. But
Are you at Godley Station?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's all right.
All my friends moved
There's
out
an
there.
elementary school like at the front of my neighborhood.
Godley Elementary, dude.
Like, you have to go through. No.
You go over to the skating rink?
Spring Lake Elementary. I
You ever
think?
go to the skate rink over there?
There's a skating rink over there.
Yeah.
I know there's a movie. There's an IMAX and bowling alley.
No, so it's near the
Ice skating or regular
oh
skating?
dog, it's a bowling alley. My
Yeah,
bad.
the bowling alley,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
a bowling alley.
Frames
It's
and games?
awesome. I've been
Yeah,
there.
frames and games.
Yeah.
The laser tag there is crazy.
Yeah.
They got
I've been once.
they got like ramps and shit. You can like jump off of it.
I remember me and Haley got in the photo booth at Frames and Games, and we did a whole thing. Like, we did all the photos, and it gave you the option to reset. I thought the photos were good. She didn't like them, so she reset, and so I had the fucking foulest look on my face for every photo after that. Because I was
That's
like,
hilarious.
it's
That's
not
awesome.
it's not candid anymore.
That's awesome.
Now it's all fake. So
It's false.
And I still have that photo strip.
Man, I don't know. Like, I could have moved back here. I don't know how you do it.
I just stayed gone enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time I'm here for more than like a month, I'm always like, well,
Time
time
to go.
to text some
I'm not
friends
trying to.
and-
I'm not
yeah.
trying to diss, like, honestly, because I do have people here that I love, but like the people that do stay gone, I recognize a major difference in how
Oh,
they
dude,
act.
this place is like a black hole.
It sucks the life out
It's
of you, dude.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it takes away all your dreams and ambitions.
Yep.
It was
I mean, there are a select few people that I know here who are successful and having fun in life, but they are also people who leave town all the time.
That's what I'm saying.
for me it was a little more bearable when Lodge was around for the while that it was.
Oh, the lodge was definitely like a
Dude, John just told me that it was
a
closed.
haven
Yeah.
for that spot.
like
yeah.
recently.
Yeah, I ran into him at Greyface.
Yeah.
So yeah, now it's kind of like it doesn't really feel like it felt like something could be growing here for a moment. I was excited about that. Now it's like already kind of like, all right, well,
Ryan just can't like foot the bill for this anymore. You know. That's
No,
kind
it's
of the
because they
thing.
kept saying they kept raising the rent.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
And it's like, that's
the city makes it like impossible for anything to work here.
It's the black hole effect.
Yeah.
As soon as somebody sees something being successful, they all try to jump in to see how much money they can make off of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, the city, it almost feels like actual local residents are their enemy. It feels like they only want to draw in people from out of town to
Yeah.
That's what Portland
continue
was saying.
gentrifying, and like they sell the culture until there's no culture left, and now it's just like any other
Yeah.
city
the only,
anywhere.
The only venue in town that actively does shows regularly is District Live, right? And it's literally paid for and fueled by Live Nation.
That's disgusting.
There's no way, there is absolutely no shot that room has ever turned a profit. Ever. There's no way. It's 400 cap. It's a 400 cap room, and the budget, the amount of money that they have to spend on every show to make the show happen, there's absolutely no way the ticket sales. They can't put anyone big enough in the
Who's
room.
the promoter?
It's just Live Nation. There is no promoter. That's the thing.
Oh, it's like the promoter.
Live Nation
the
says,
promoter
here's your
just-
schedule for the year.
Yeah.
This is what you got. That's it.
Dude.
And sometimes you get the Melvins. They're about to play there for the third time,
I
which
will
is
go to that.
weird
Yeah.
because the PA is fucking wrong. It's hung weird. It's cabled weird. It's brick wall limited at a certain point to where if you're doing a singer-songwriter by himself in there and there's 400 people sitting down eating dinner, amazing show. I did Iron and Wine in that room like that,
Hell
and
yeah.
it was fucking amazing. But then you do Melvin's in there, and when they do sound check and their first channel that they check that's loud comes up and he starts to hit it, and before he even hits 100 dB, you can hear the PA just crimple, just crinkle. You can just hear it just fucking as you push the fader up. It's literally like, it's insane.
It's Savannah, dude. It's
just-
the Savannah. They don't
it
want
doesn't
anything
make
cool
any
Is
here.
it
sense.
not a Plant
And honestly,
Riverside thing?
it is a plant. It's owned by them.
Okay.
It's
that's what I
it's
thought.
the JW Marriott Plant
Yeah,
Riverside.
I know.
Owns this building because there's more hotel rooms and suites above the venue, and like the pool and the rooftop bar and all that stuff is on the roof of the venue building.
What about Southbound?
Southbound is awesome. They don't charge anything for shows,
That's how it should be.
but you can book a show there for free.
They're
But
fucking bar.
they did force,
But you do have to pay for the sound guy.
That's fine.
which,
and it
which
can
of
be
course
whatever you
should.
want to pay for. It can be your own little powered speakers
Yeah.
on the floor, or you can pay for Josh.
But the time that I did
Both are
do
awesome.
something there, they forced me to use a specific
Josh.
guy. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Josh Dunaway.
I didn't really want to
But
do that.
how much was it?
It wasn't bad. I think it was like $250. I
It's
just
not-
wanted to use like John or Rudy. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I mean.
couldn't.
But like, so in
No,
in March-
that's the thing. The thing is, there's no PA there.
So he's got to supply.
He
it.
has to bring it
supply
in.
That's
I
the
see,
thing.
I
He's the
see.
person that he's their supplier.
Yeah.
And he's honestly pretty cool.
Yeah.
But
He
you
just-
could still get John to come and mix the show.
Yeah, you can have
Oh,
anyone mix
okay.
the show, but you still have to
but
pay
he
him
has
for
to get the
gear.
PA to bring
see.
it.
That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Okay. Yeah.
He's just their house supplier. But 250 is good.
No, yeah,
Because
it's
in
not bad at
Montreal,
all.
the average is like 200 to like. There's a venue that's like, it's all ages, but it's 800 to rent, and it's a 200 cap room.
Yeah, that just doesn't make sense. El Rocco Lounge,
I miss that place.
as big as a disaster as it can be. Honestly,
You ride for it.
the right shows are cool there.
Bro, the sound is real bad.
It can be. But if you take in an extra sub and all the speakers are working, I haven't been there in like 2 years, so I don't know if everything's
I mixed
working.
Brother Hawk there one time, and that shit
Dude.
was loud as hell.
Hell yeah. Was that the show with
Isaac opened.
Isaac? Yeah, I was there. It was awesome. Since I did a bunch of gigs there, and I went through and just refurbed the whole spot. So I changed the amps so they actually make sense. They're not on fire all the time.
Yeah.
They're like properly set up.
I thought that was the analog warmth.
Yeah, right. You just got to put a mic on it to get that warmth. But one of the tops was blown. Half of another top was blown. Both of the subs were dead.
Mm-hmm.
One of the amps was dead. The crossover was the drive rack was fucked up. Whatever. I sold them a 4-channel Behringer amp. It's like 4,000 watts or
The
something.
nuke one, like the Class D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Class D's what?
it's perfect for those 4 tops in there. It's like
Uh-huh.
perfectly rated. So now like mids and tops in that room sound fucking awesome. With treatment, that room could sound really good.
Yeah.
More treatment, I should say. Lights are a disaster. Subs are a disaster, but I got the 2 that are there working. The weird thing is that they're part of the booth. They're built into the booth.
Yeah, that's
So when they're rocking, the console is literally like doing this, it's like moving around. So I had to build a thing to make sure the console stays still. I fixed the subs, and I set up a separate output, an NO4 output, running to an empty channel on the amp for an extra sub.
That's sick.
So basically, where those 2 little toy things are, for a long time there was an NO4 cable laying there. That went to an empty channel on an old amp. Therefore, you could just bring it in. It was
could
already
bring
set
it
up on an
somewhere.
aux and everything.
All right, so I have a question. So you're doing 6 sets at FYA. What are you doing at FYA?
I might just be
No.
riding down.
You're just not doing anything?
Nothing.
No
Yeah.
spoilers?
Yeah, which is fine because I don't really want to do anything until spring.
Okay.
The Vomit 4 thing was like, essentially I overcommitted
Okay.
and forgot that I had committed to Tom that I would fill in for that. So I got back from the judiciary thing, had like a week and a half to learn 11 songs, and had forgotten that I had to do that.
Yeah, but that's easy for you.
It's just breakdowns.
It was not easy. It was like, dude, no part in their song repeats ever.
I know.
So
They are an insane band.
They're so good.
it was fun. Like, I'm glad I took the challenge, but now I'm like, I'm gonna chill for a
And also
little bit.
being with Tom.
Were
easy.
you? Wait, were you?
He was chill. He was chill. He's been
That's what
good.
I'm saying. Easy.
Were you playing in judiciary, or were you just
Yeah.
merchant?
Playing.
Oh,
Yeah. Played for that, and then July I did a month with Greyhaven doing merch.
Oh, nice.
So
Louisville.
Shout out who?
Louisville, baby.
Oh, you like them?
I love Greyhaven.
I do love
Dude,
them.
they're very good.
That's my boys.
Yeah, it was just a lot, and so the Agonize EP2 is almost done, and so we're trying to get.
It's never coming out.
It is. I got my buddies coming down from Atlanta to help me shoot a video. He helped with Vatican videos before. Mixing and mastering's happening right now. Art Spencer's working on. I have like a whole Google sheet of like
Yeah, you got it.
checklist shit that I got to get done. So that's kind of the focus. within springtime, I'll do something else.
Label?
Maybe not, but it just because like I feel like with doing like the restricted VR shit, like my credit card limit is pretty high now, so I'm like I can fund this myself. You know what I mean?
I'm fucking rich.
Well, I'm not
Bankrolling through restricted VR.
I'm not rich by any means, but I could get like a chunk of money to make records and stuff happen. Whereas
I ain't rich, but I can get rich. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't rich, but I got it in my pocket.
Hey, you ain't gotta get rich if you stay rich.
Well, it's like if people want to help, that's different. But it's if we can just like keep the money to keep funding it within the camp, then that's just
start
easier.
a label in Savannah.
Shit.
Just start a fucking label.
Is there? I hate to be like this.
A label.
Is there any money to be made in it?
This
and I don't even
place-
want to make money, but is it like sustainable to do?
No, it's
No.
Savannah.
So-
There's like one label from Montreal that's been around for a while, and they really only do local shit. It's a cool label, but you've never heard of it.
Grapeface kind of did it for a while.
I remember.
Greyface does, and he's still into
They
doing
had
local shit. There
Word.
just isn't
I-
much
Word
local
came out
stuff
on
going out.
Greyface.
Who?
Word did
yeah.
a record on Greyface.
Appleseed Cast.
Creep
Appleseed
Boy
Cast
was
has done
cool.
a bunch on Greyface.
Plus, he had the local stuff like Cemetery Girls, Black Moth.
Yeah, he's done like tons, and those are his bands too.
Yeah.
Casket Girls.
Casket Girls was, that's right. It's
Yeah.
not Cemetery Girls.
Yeah.
Cemetery Gates.
I think now, and I'll go on record and say it. Just bands in Savannah are kind of tapped. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
No question.
Yeah, I think it's
Shit is
performative.
shot
I don't
here.
really think there's like real good bands
The
here.
full-time giggers
And that's
that have
not-
always been
No-
sick
no
are
bias
still
toward
sick.
anything.
Name.
Anders Thompson, Damon Mylan, Jalen Reyes.
Okay,
Dude,
yes.
don't come
yes.
for my boy Jalen.
Jalen's my. I'm talking.
No,
I'm throwing love
these
here.
are
Oh,
good.
you're throwing
These
love.
are good.
These
Okay.
are my boys.
Yeah,
I love
Jalen's
these
the
people.
man.
Yeah, Jalen's the shit.
I mean,
Anders
like
is the shit. Damon's
like
the shit.
alternative music. It's all like
Yeah, alternative
nobody-
music. We ain't got none.
yeah. Nobody wants to be good at music in alternative world. It's they want to perform. Which respect if you want to do that. But as far as
That's
like,
just globally, though. That's
Oh,
not
yeah.
even.
Yeah,
That's not a
for-
Savannah thing.
well, yeah. Just in general, but
Yeah.
especially here.
Okay.
But it's like bands here like. People do kind of ride for the bad bands here, and
Because that's all they got.
yeah, well, yeah,
I
which is
feel
totally
like
fair. But
that's a local
Which makes
mentality
sense.
because even in Montreal, there's people that ride for bands where I'm like, are you sure that's who you want to ride for?
yeah.
Are you sure that's you want to back them?
Dude, and it like I do like Street Sweeper. I feel like Street Sweeper has
good.
come
That
a
band
long
is
way.
good.
I like
Yeah,
Street
they've
Sweeper.
they've actually gotten
And
good.
Holy Ghost is good.
Holy Ghost is
Besides those two bands,
What
there's
about that?
no
What's
one
that band? Just Be.
They were.
Have I seen them? I don't know if I've even seen
There's
them.
bands that I have heard of
They
that
were a
I'm
band.
like, I was like, who are the hardcore bands right now? And my friend was like, these bands, and I was like, none of these bands are hardcore bands.
Yeah, it's
No,
like
there were no.
they're young kids who
hardcore
want to do
bands.
bands, so I'm not going to judge them heavily.
No,
but
no,
as far
no.
as like bands like the Maxines or basically Nancy or
I don't really like
Bastard
Basically
Dane,
Nancy.
I
These
think all,
bands are like whatever. They're cool for whatever they are, but they're like not. They're in a different world than what we're talking
I guess.
But this is
Yeah,
what
they're
I tell
not-
people
about. They
all
aren't
the
even
time.
aware of the success we're trying to get to.
Yeah. But this is the problem is that, like, when we were in the scene, and I'm not trying to be the old head moment here, but it kind of is on the soapbox. In our scene, it was like the caliber was crazy. And if your band wasn't good, then people just didn't fuck with you.
Yeah.
Because,
I mean,
like,
dude.
even me and the Trinity at a point was good, but it was corny. Let's be honest.
Coastlines could have been all right, but I had the like Josh G selected the name, so I was 18 and I went along with it. Terrible name. So
Terrible name, great riffs.
it was all right. Like listening back to him, like I'm not offended by this.
But at the time, it was like, that's a good band. You know what I mean? Like, that's,
I feel like there was a few decent bands from here.
That's what, but it was like there was a higher caliber. I feel like
Indian Giver was a very
Dude.
good band.
Indian Giver was a great
There
band.
were some awesome Indian Giver shows. There was a lot of really bad Indian Giver shows too.
That's
But
just-
like, dude, like Full of Hell's first time in Savannah, Indian Giver, Full of Hell, Nail Biter, Columbia,
Columbia.
insane, dude. They
Was
played
that
on
the
the
Jinx?
floor
That
at
was
the
at the
Jinx.
Jinx,
Yeah, it was gonna be at a house,
Mhm.
got canceled, and then my man Gil Cruz, the fucking the
Respect.
goddamn OG, hooked it up, fucking
At the
full
Jinx?
of yeah, dude.
Damn.
I literally texted him and said, "My man, what's up? Show's canceled. House can't do it. We need the Jinx." He said, "Let's go. Nothing's going on."
He said load in at 5.
Literally no sound checks.
He said
We
loaded
loaded in
Loaded
at
at
like
5.
bro. We loaded in at like 9.
Yeah. Dude, no show at the Jinx started before 10 p.m.
Yeah. Always started at.
He said, all right.
10 was early.
He said, buddy, we got people in here right now. If you want to wait till they clear out, then let's load in after.
There was no clearing out.
There was no clearing out.
There's no clearing out
going on.
No, the Jinx sound check was there's people at the bar, and you get the sound check done as quick as possible so that you can get back to drinking and listening to music.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah.
I only played there twice, I think. Yes, twice. Which, it was cool.
My first show working at the
spot.
Jinx was Skeleton Witch, Gate Creeper, Oathbreaker, and Iron Reagan.
I was at that show. My
Yeah.
girlfriend passed out, and me and Gil carried her out.
That's
and Tony
crazy.
brought her Cheetos.
Wait, I remember that.
She got lit at the fucking.
She straight up literally, just sensory overload.
Oh fuck.
She wasn't fucked up. She had a beer, I think, or something, but
Damn.
no health issues, nothing crazy. Just had never been to a heavy show before, and the lights and the haze and the volume. We were on the corner of the
Y'all
stage.
were in the middle.
We
Yeah,
were
like
at
in the front.
We were at the homie spot on the corner of the
homie
bar.
spot.
The corner of the stage, corner of the bar. By the fucking cigarette machine.
You were up there.
We were there. It was loud, and she just literally out of nowhere. I thought she was leaning on me, and then she just fell to the ground.
I remember seeing her fall out, and I was like, oh.
And I
This
think
is
it was
not
actually
good.
me and Scott that carried her out. But we carried her outside, sat her against the wall. She came to. Tony brought her some Cheetos. The scariest person in the world.
No, he's not scary, dude.
He
He's
is scary.
He's so nice.
He's scary.
I miss Tony.
On the surface, he is scary.
I don't think I know Tony.
If you just
I
don't
love
know,
Tony.
if you don't know him, he's
terrifying.
he looks like the scariest bouncer that Patrick Swayze has to beat up at Roadhouse.
Yeah,
So
the
you got,
one that
face
beats him.
tattoos?
He's the one that beats him.
yeah.
You got face tattoos or no?
no face
You
tattoos.
can't rip his esophagus out, dude.
Is he bald?
No, long ponytail,
Okay,
bun
true.
Long-
thing.
no,
I've
long
never seen
braid.
him- never seen him wear sleeves ever in my entire life.
Straight
Straight
we're
up.
talking how
I've
many
seen him in
pounds?
sleeves.
Big knife,
How many
Big,
pounds
big
on this
knife.
fella?
Talking about
no less than
Talking about
220.
250.
Yeah.
Talking about 250?
Talking about
That's a big
I mean,
guy.
he's like 6'3", 6'2",
Is he
6'3".
like a heavy 250 or he's like a
He's like
fit
a girthy
250?
250.
Yeah. All right.
You know, like
He's
your
like a
uncle.
solid
You know, like your
250.
uncle that can beat somebody up.
He
Yeah,
can
he
literally
won't- he
beat
won't
up
talk
every.
about
He
it.
could beat up everyone I've ever met.
Do you know how he got the job at the Jinx?
Yeah,
killed a man.
of course
No,
I do.
No, he didn't work there. He was there.
Beat up a man.
He was
Underage.
He was there drinking
true.
underage with some friends. This was like years
This is
ago.
probably 2002.
But this guy was causing trouble. Went outside, fucking breaks the dude's leg in front of the bouncer. And the
Tony
owner,
did.
like the owner of the bar, comes out and goes like, "Don't you ever fucking do that at my bar again. But come
Do you
back
want a
tomorrow
job?"
because I have a job for you."
He said, we need a guy like you.
Yeah. And then literally
Shit, dude.
that was his job.
Yeah.
Forever.
Forever. Until the Jinx got taken back.
Until that piece of shit took it.
What's the word? Is there going to be
What
another
word?
Jinx?
They're building
or-
it. There's right there. It's like right,
it's happening.
right down
Yeah.
It's
on
real, though?
Yeah, it's over by Victory North. Yeah.
I
it's
remember
just the
the
city. It's
spot.
bullshit with the city.
It's on Price.
It's on Whitaker.
Whitaker, that's
It's
right.
Whitaker and 40th.
Yeah.
It's literally been in limbo with the city with red tape and bullshit for
City doesn't want to see his shine.
over a
That's
year and a
Savannah,
half.
dude.
Yeah.
That's
a shame.
Savannah.
So, yeah.
it's a
That's
shame.
that.
We have talked about so much and yet nothing at all.
Yeah.
That's the
That's
best,
my
isn't it?
life.
I love it. What's the year look like? You're touring.
I do FYA Fest, and then I go do some Fleshwater stuff in Boston. Then I go do Fleshwater opening for the Mars Volta and Deftones in
That's
North America
that's sexy.
for like a month and a half.
So you get to hear Chino sing every night.
Yep. And I get to hear about the flat Earth shit every night.
I don't know if
From
I don't
Stefan?
know if he comes with them.
No, it's he doesn't tour.
Thank God.
No, wait. Maybe he tours in the
Nah.
U.S., but if that tour leaves the U.S., he will not be on it.
Nice. I do enjoy poking the bear that is the weird conspiracy theory guy on tour.
That's fun. Yeah, from what Hosian told me, he was at the Metro show in Chicago, but he did not play.
He just showed up.
He was just there.
He said
That's
he won't
cool.
leave the U.S.
I
Yeah.
wonder why. He's
Conspiracy
afraid to
stuff.
see that
Yeah.
wall of ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Scary.
fall
man,
off
that's
the
fair,
edge.
dude.
Yeah, dude, that's scary. What else you got? You got
And then
anything
after
else?
that, I'm doing another yet to be unannounced tour in the spring with my full-time OG LA 818 fam.
What is that?
You know who that is? Why
The
are you even
Terrors.
asking?
Oh, yes.
The Terrors themselves.
Who are you? What are you
spring
doing?
tour action, maybe.
Agonize release. Maybe some shows. and then whoever will have me. At some point, I'll get antsy and want to go do something. So maybe a Vomit 4th,
maybe see you in Europe this summer.
Yeah.
Vomit 4th.
Yeah, they're going to.
I'll be there with Tara.
You're gonna be over there same time or no?
Yep, with Tara.
Ooh.
We're doing Hellfest, baby.
Damn.
But also, it's like I just got married this year, so we got to do
That's
a
right, you did.
honeymoon, and that's a thing that has to come first. So I have to plan around all that stuff. So that's kind of pending.
Congrats.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I will fill the year with shit, but it's usually just like on the fly. So
You can't plan ahead like the professionals.
yeah, I live like a fucking degenerate.
Like a hobo.
I live dishonestly. So
I live so dishonestly.
yeah, dude.
we
I ain't
had somebody
honest with
cancel, so
nobody.
can you come out?
Yeah, I mean, typically that's how it goes. The judiciary thing was like, well, no, they did give me some.
Did you replace Jimmy
heads up.
or was it Israel?
So Richard was there for Izzy because he was gone with Gay Creeper. Jimmy couldn't do it, so Juan moved from bass to guitar, and then I was filling in for Juan since
Okay.
Juan had to play guitar.
So you were on bass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Izzy was in Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bass was kind of challenging.
Bass is awesome.
I fuck with it.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It was interesting for sure.
I have to come off of drums for my other band and play bass at this fest in January.
Are you nervous?
No,
Or
I
you
love
got it
bass,
locked
dude.
in?
You remember I used to play bass. Well, I used to throw a bass
Shit, I thought you
around
were a
and
guitar
pretend
man.
to play it. No.
Did you play drums? Or
I
you play drums now?
I've played drums longer than anything. But none of the bands in Savannah needed drums for some
Wait.
reason.
What did you play in Arise Atlantic?
Shut the fuck up.
What did you play in that?
Drums.
Yeah, that's what I remember then.
Yeah.
Because you wore like didn't you wear a flat bill while you played? Or am I thinking wrong?
No, you're thinking of that deathcore band I played in.
Which one?
At the Gates of Awe or some shit.
Oh.
I played one gig. I had quit the band before we played that show.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
dude.
That was with Matt Goss and Taylor and
Matt
Justin
Goss.
Darrell was in that band.
You better not call him that.
Sorry, Everett.
Yes.
Dude, I've known him since we were 12 years old. How am I supposed to?
I don't know where that guy is at anymore.
No, I asked around and I don't know where he is either.
Yeah, I don't know if he's here
Justin.
or elsewhere. Elsewhere.
Isn't it crazy how the people you always knew weren't going to be here later aren't here now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not lifers.
It's fucking crazy.
They're not lifers.
They all go to Atlanta, and then
Corn dogs.
and
Or
then something.
They become EDM heads.
Or they go
Yes.
to EDM. They become EDM kids in Orlando.
They fucking drop acid and
Well,
do light shows with their hands.
tectonic shit.
Little glow sticks.
Or Josh G doesn't even do that. He just literally, it's like every other day he'll go to some small bar and there's like somebody DJing and he knows the DJ and will post a little video and tag them with like flame emojis.
That is
Which, okay,
depressing.
the craziest thing about it is like he was so far tapped in before and would hate on that now I'm like, he came like
Yeah.
full circle
yeah.
to the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't know if he still thinks he's like super tapped in and maybe
Dude,
that's like all
his
the way
thing
around.
was always to prey on the young kids in the scene and to like become their like OG.
Yeah, that's what he wanted.
That's true. He was
And
my
then
OG.
as soon as that person became 13 years old and their brain grew a little bit, they realized he was a fucking weirdo that was full of shit all the time.
He's gonna listen to
That's
this.
literally-
You know he's gonna hear this.
Josh G, I'm calling you out. My name is John Edwards.
What's crazy is I remember like we had to use all of his gear at a show one time.
How did he feel about that?
Oh, he didn't
The
care.
gear that his dad got him for free from Guitar Center because he was
Oh
friends
shit, we
with the CEO.
got 10 minutes.
Yeah, we're well actually we're about to hit the hour mark on the dot. So I have one last question for you fine lads.
Yes.
What's your favorite city for beans and breakdowns?
My favorite city.
And I swear to God, if you say Savannah, like
Nah, ain't no shot.
Can I do it? Are they separate cities or
if
is it
you
going to be the
want,
same
yeah.
place? Orlando had a coffee spot similar to this that I can't think of the name of.
You're
saying-
it was
wait.
Near the Cuban restaurant.
You saying
Yes.
favorite city
I
in
went
general?
there. No, like favorite city for beans and breakdowns. Like where the coffee and where the
for the show.
Because Orlando, I
where
wouldn't
the
say
beer
the
float
shows
was
are
like
incredible,
wine.
but-
The women
Yeah.
like the flock of the Capistrano.
Honestly, Brisbane, Australia.
Okay, this guy's been to Australia. Okay.
Australia.
3 times actually.
Okay, this guy's been to Australia times
spent-
3.
What's up,
Cubed.
I terror?
I've spent over a month in Australia.
All right, this
There's
guy
not
is
enough cities
he's
to
a
spend a
resident.
month in Australia.
Jesus.
There are if you go there 4 times.
Well, what's the, you got the you like it for the coffee and the
Yeah, for the coffee.
and the show?
Yeah,
That's the best show?
just the coffee.
It's because he loves metalcore.
Where's the best show?
Nah, the best show is I think it's Sunshine Coast or Gold Coast.
Gold Coast.
Gold Coast. That was the sickest show. Maybe because I went home the next day, but
Dude, shout out
or I went to
Speed.
Japan the next day. I'm sorry.
Shout out Speed. Shout out AWOL.
Shout out Speed. Shout out AWOL. Shout out Secret World.
Don't know that one.
Dude.
Oh, he's been putting me on.
Dude.
What is that?
So on one of my past tours there, one of our local guys that's hooked up with the promoter that was driving us and taking us for food and whatever, helping us with stuff. His name is Aaron. Insanely awesome dude. Good friend now. I just find this band Secret World out of nowhere featuring the guitarist of Speed.
Dennis? Dennis.
And it's like a rock band.
Oh, sick.
And it's fucking amazing. And then it turns out Aaron plays bass. I was like,
It's good.
I rocked the record like 20 times and
Oh,
then
shit.
saw a picture and was like, my friend is in this band. That's fucking crazy. And I didn't know that.
The band that I was in, that I play bass in, is like, or I play drums in it, but I'm playing bass in it soon. It's like our friend's side project, and it's basically all of Bruiserweight plus like 2 additional people.
Yeah.
It's called Drive By. And originally I was playing drums, and the bassist was from Sydney, and he was living in Montreal, but then he recently moved back because they changed a bunch of laws for work permits.
Right.
So he had to move back.
Got that visa revoked.
Dude.
Is he in a band in Sydney?
He just moved back, but he's got a band that's starting up. He's got a big ginger beard.
Damn, kind of like literally everybody right here. That's crazy.
Like all of us.
Yeah.
Well,
Shit.
ginger stash.
Think about letting the beard come back.
Should.
Haven't had it in a long time.
I tried and I felt. Me and Derek were just talking about it because he's letting his grow in. I was like, I tried
Derek?
for the. Derek, guy that works here.
Derek Lynch?
No, Derek Fimble,
Derek Lynch is sitting back there and I haven't seen him in like
the coffee man.
cut his head off.
Apparently there's some people from Montreal here too.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Small world, dude.
Not really.
Pretty
Dude,
big.
it is actually pretty small.
Pretty vast, and then you get to the walls of ice. And
What's
then,
crazy is how small anyone who plays anything with yelling and sort of guitars, that world is small.
Probably gonna know somebody.
Yeah.
But yeah, I let the beard grow in for like a month, and because my trimmers died, and I look too. I feel leprechaunish, so I got rid of it.
It's because you needed to shave the mustache and just keep the beard.
I can't, dude. It baby faces me.
I
It
know.
sucks. That's all I got.
I've had a beard for 10 years.
That's crazy.
Dude, I had a beard from like 15
You're
Speaking
not
of
even
the
in the
microphone,
microphone, but I
I've
might
had a
take this
beard.
out because this is.
for a long time.
Nolan, what the fuck is your favorite? Is it like that?
I just want to see how that sounds later because I've never tried it. So whatever's in
Yo,
post.
dude, who am I? Yo, who am I?
Second Thief. Second Thief from Florida.
Dude, Second Death.
Second.
You remember that band? Second, it used to be Beware the Never
Second
Ending with
Breakfast.
that girl. But then she had a seizure on stage, so they kicked her out.
Damn.
You remember that from Valdosta? You remember that band?
Who?
Beware the Never Ending?
Yeah.
And then they had that other guy that was from Danny Tanner, Hearts Fall for Danny Tanner from Florida, and then he moved up here.
Why were all of the bands from here and around here so fucking stupid?
Second Death was good, but it was like
Beware the Never Ending?
Dude,
They were Christian.
the fucking
course
one
they
guy.
were.
The one guy plays in Nashville now.
No,
the
he was
guitar
the-
player?
Oh, Clark.
Whatever. I'm sure there
No,
were.
he was the bassist.
I'm sure there were fine musicians in all these bands, but
No.
No,
Jesus
he was the
Christ.
only one. He was the only one.
Yeah, he was the only good guy.
You
Why
could do
are
like
there
chicken
so
picking
many?
shit.
No, but the
like,
drummer was good though.
I don't remember the drummer.
But it was like all that like you know, like yeah, China
Hell
with the
yeah.
fucking splash cymbals and shit.
And you're like running in place like this.
They were all like face down and shit like that.
I just remember dreaming of living in a city that had like normal shows.
What?
I just remember dreaming of living in a city that had like
Me too.
normal shows.
I never even went to War
that
Tour.
weren't at a fucking church,
Dream on, baby.
or I mean, even if they were at a church, whatever. But like with bands that just like weren't bad or something. I don't know.
And,
Dude,
you,
you know
and you're
what's
dreaming to this day.
It's crazy
Yeah.
fucked up that the first time I see Death Threat is like
Yeah.
Talking 2024.
Yeah.
Never seen
The
him.
first time I saw Terror,
I just played 2 shows with him.
drove 4 hours to see him.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, never seen him. I remember the song about the Nephilim, and that freaked me out a little bit.
Never seen him.
Death Threat has a song about the Nephilim.
Oh, yeah, it was on like a split or something
I don't
with
know about that one. I literally only listen.
or Global Threat.
Death Threat.
I only listen to Peace and Security.
It was a split with maybe, what was it called? Heavy Chains?
Oh yeah,
Maybe
Heavy
that's
Chains.
That could be wrong.
RVA.
Though. A band that sounded like that.
Yeah.
They're on.
No, what's your favorite city?
Favorite city to go to in general?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I'll say Louisville. I like Louisville.
Louisville's good.
I would live there.
They
I
got
haven't
good
been. I
ramen.
just went to Cincinnati for the first time. But
Cincinnati's
Cincinnati
cool.
is not bad.
Yeah,
Cincinnati's kind of dope.
It's
a little
close.
rough around the edges.
it's close to Louisville, so it's like you could go
super
there.
close to Louisville.
You could have
Yeah.
the Louisville and go to Cincinnati.
Everybody had
Nashville's
like
close,
really
too.
thick Southern accents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I would live in Louisville.
Shout out Confined. Played with them. They're like from the middle of nowhere in Ohio. We're fucking rednecks.
Are they little guys?
There's a 3-piece like power trio, dual vocals. Sounds like a mixture of Ingrown and Kubla Khan. It doesn't
Interesting.
sound good when I
They be
just said
barking?
that. It doesn't sound. I know that because I said Kubla Khan, and y'all are like,
No, I like those guys.
I've
You-
toured with them
you-
a lot. They're
I
awesome.
like them.
no, I know that.
I think they're awesome.
I liked them when I first saw them in 2011,
Yeah.
when it was like weird deathcore shit.
Yeah.
When he was a little guy.
When he was just a fellow with
When
long
he was
hair.
like a scrawny. Shout out Matt, but
and
he
there
was
was a
he
floor
was a
or there
little
was a
dude.
rack tom.
Yeah.
Huh?
When he had a rack tom.
Dude, I remember when he had a rack
When he
tom.
had a
I was
rack
They had
there.
a rack tom?
I was
Yeah,
there.
he doesn't
Yeah,
use
Isaac.
any-
Isaac used to have a rack tom.
Isaac doesn't use a rack tom now.
Oh, really?
It's just kick, snare, and floor tom.
What's crazy is he's
cymbals.
all you
still playing
need.
the star.
It's
Same,
awesome.
He's still playing the same Star Classic Babinga.
Yep.
Damn.
Dude, that's like the perfect example of a band that just like understood how to get where they want to go.
You know what's crazy about that band is that I remember seeing them in Birmingham at a pretty violent show because it was Leaders. You remember that band Leaders? They were another one of those like junty hardcore bands. And Great Commission.
Great Commission.
You remember that band
Remember that? That's another
Unfortunately.
God band,
from
right?
Scream the Prayer.
Unfortunately, yes.
That Scream the Prayer when we were in Charleston. We went to.
Don't go to church, be the church, they said.
Dude, they had the one guitarist where they didn't turn him on. He just would run around and like.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was sick.
Did they have a light guy that was on stage with a plywood box with light, homemade like house light
I
switches
remember that
on?
band though. I remember that band.
Who the fuck
I
was
saw that
that?
shit at Festival
Dude,
Listens,
this band here
and
that
he
does
would
that.
do the breakdown.
Yo,
Is
no.
it- yeah, yeah,
It was
it was that kid.
No, it was
It was
Tyler
that-
that used to play in Big Awesome. It was his band.
Yes, they were Vines.
No,
Yes, I swear to God.
Serpents become the thieves.
Something.
It was there was some kid who moved to town.
Fate. It was from Autumn to Ashes.
From Autumn to Ashes. Yes.
Yes,
It was. And
they
he
were.
was
He
in
was,
that
he
band.
was from Beaufort, South Carolina.
Yeah. Tyler
No, there was
in
a
that band.
dude who moved here that was in. He was from Texas, I think, and he had like a guitar that he played in some.
Dude,
fucking,
don't talk about that's Morgan
Morgan.
because he was in.
You're correct.
He was in. He was in
remember.
Gwen Stacy.
Okay, now I remember.
He was in that scene band Gwen Stacy.
He was in that band?
The only thing I
Apparently
remember about.
he has a new project called Quixotis where he does like.
Wow.
He's still guitaring up.
But he's friends with. Apparently, he's friends with like Bill Murray or something.
Okay, now I respect it because it's like he committed for life.
No, he's
the
for
guitar.
real. Like he's for real.
Yeah.
That's like one of those guys. I don't
That
know.
is so funny.
But yeah,
then,
it was
he
cringe.
fucking-
Back then.
he was painful to be around.
It was cringe. It was cringe. And he would take photos at shows. He was a little
Oh,
weird.
whatever. Yeah, that shit was cool. But like, I remember there being a plywood box with like house light switches on it, and that
Yeah.
was like a light with like extension cords.
Yeah.
And he would just plug in like work lights, which honestly, like on a DIY level, whatever, that's
Kinda
awesome.
dope.
But don't be on stage with the band like you're playing music.
That was weird. But yeah,
That
he
was
was in
next
that
level
band. He was
shit,
in that
dude.
band Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, the only thing I knew about that band was that a Girl Gonna Ghost, shout out Derek Lynch, bought a van from Gwen Stacy when I was in high school, and I was friends with them, and I remember their trip. Chase flew to Louisville, maybe, I think, where Gwen Stacy was from, somewhere.
They're from Texas.
Or
weren't
Texas,
they?
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it was Texas. And he got this van, and he drove it back, and he picked me up from high school in this van, like right after he got it one day. And it had "Oh dang," like the words "O," like OH space DANG, reverse mirror image across the top of the windshield. So when you see their van coming,
See,
it says
dang.
"Oh dang."
Like
That's
So it says "Gnadho." I just remember that van saying "Gnadho" and it being a Gwen Stacy van.
That's lit.
And you see him in the and it says "Oh dang."
I have the weird connection to a girl gonna
Kinda
ghost
cool,
that I have is
corny.
because you're how old?
Old.
35.
You're 35.
Are you
I just
35?
turned 32 like Monday. So I thought that we were closer. Well, you're a year younger than me.
27. Yeah,
What,
27.
You're 27?
Yeah.
You
No,
are
you
not.
You're 30.
Fucking idiot.
I'm 31.
That's why I was like, you're
Oh, shit.
between me and my brother.
I think we got to get out of here.
We gotta
Okay. Anyway, I was gonna say that I almost got in a fight with Fletcher Vaughn at the first show that I went to.
I got
You
in
do
fights with
actually
him.
to see Showbread and Speak Up, Gentlemen Speak Up opened.
I remember I didn't like Fletcher
Where was
Vaughn.
this? This was in
at
States
Sweet
Pro.
Sweet Melissa's.
Oh.
Yeah. May have been this. Actually, no, it wouldn't have been the same show. But
No,
I didn't
it
like that
wasn't,
guy.
But Drew Davis and Fletcher were there, and they were
Yeah.
fucking assholes.
Yeah, they moshed hard.
they
but
moshed
then
hard.
I got a little older. And I was like, I
Yeah,
see.
I
Drew
liked
always
it.
moshed hard. It's the same. We still would mosh hard.
Yeah.
Fletcher was just fucked up,
He was
and his
a
brain was
fucking
outside of his
asshole,
head.
yeah.
He was just trying to fight everyone.
I almost was in a band with them at one point. But anyway,
No shot.
thank you very much, John. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
Nolan for joining us
It's
as
been
well.
a pleasure.
I love you guys.
It's been a
Love you,
pleasure.
man.
We're
This
gonna
is
get
awesome.
food.
I love running into you in Montreal
Hell yeah.
when you remember that I'm there.
Likewise.
But yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Beans and Breakdowns. I want to say a huge thanks to John and Nolan for hanging out on the podcast. You can keep track of what John's got coming up sound-wise by following him on Instagram in the description of this episode. You can also see what Nolan's got going on by following his band Agonize, and he's always on tour with a number of different bands. So if you see him, be sure to say what's up. If you've enjoyed the podcast, please subscribe and leave a review. You can find out more information about the podcast by following us on Instagram at Beans and Breakdowns or on the web at beansandbreakdowns.com. Until next week, be sure to stay caffeinated and wake the fuck up.